Alrighty, hello every folks, and welcome to the first OB randomizer. So yeah, basically there's an OB randomizer. Fairly self-evident on that one. The thing is, there's a lot more randomization options that are in here than I ever thought there would be. Like basically, you have choices over what stuff to start with. You can randomize all enemies, randomize all of your own units. Just kind of randomize where absolutely pretty much everything is, including having full access to the entirety of the map. So we're just going to go with a random one for this one. I guess, okay, I was going to go for the other one, but screw it, I guess we're going Conan the Barbarian this time around. So I'm just going to go with whatever's on here to begin with. I don't actually know how much time there will be for the first part of this one, since the schedule for the day suddenly changed, but yeah. We're just going to go with the first option of each of these, because I actually don't know if the answers to this are randomized as well, so, you know, we might as well go through all of this. I don't believe these are randomized, but at the same time, I know there's, you know, there's a whole bunch of stuff that's different. Just so you know, anything can be a leader now, and I specifically wanted to be surprised, so I didn't read through all of the patch notes, but I'm pretty sure that means anyone can be a squad leader. I don't know if that means that, like, bosses and your opinion leader are randomized. I know that was a feature that people were requesting, so it is possible that that's not the case yet, which I really hope that it is at some point, because I really, really, really want something as stupid as, like, the leader being forced to be a farrier or some crap. So the way that we're going to do this is I'm just going to try to run through the game with whatever party we start with. We're going to try to pick up whoever we can along the way, sure, but I'm basically going to roll whatever party we get. I think named characters can be renamed as well. You can have the entire map open. Let's see, we've got Poison and Phantom, got a 2-hit Wizard. Okay then, 3-slice fight. Okay, you know, that's like a pretty solid. We got a pretty okay team there. Not bad at all. That wizard is a little bit trash, but whatever. But yeah, just so you know, there's different selections of starting things. I started off with what I thought made the most sense. Basically, 5 healing items and 5, what's it? Sorry, I'm gonna reacclimate myself with the controls here. I'm used to the PS1 version. But we start off with 5 cures and then 5 randomized items here. So let's see. We got the bow. So if we wanted to recruit, what's her face, Deneb, we have that here. I forget what the cape's for. Does it tell us here? Flashy cape, cape made fashionable gentleman, sable fur, living knight. Okay. The oldest known coin and the Holy Grail. Okay, cool. Sure, we just had the Holy Grail laying around, whatever. Yes, yes. Thank you, guide info. Need to remember to turn guide off, because that crap gets really annoying. It's one of the main reasons I really don't like, where is it? Yeah, that's animations, it's text speed fast, this thing fast. Okay. I feel like both of those should be set to fast by default, but whatever. But yeah, it's one of the biggest reasons that I prefer the PS1 version, just because it's so much faster. But I don't believe it's as easy to mod. Found buried treasure. What did we get? What did we find out? And it was the Mikado. Alright, fair enough. Let's go ahead and... Alright, we got poison and other stuff, so I guess we'll just... Fine. Use the right menu, I suppose. Just go give that to one of our frontline fighters here. I feel like this dude's probably going to be the best overall. There we go. He's got slightly higher health. I'm literally just basing it based off that. Now, you do have the option to turn off things like characters having their alignment moved up dramatically. Let's go ahead and adjust the volume real quick, because I have a feeling I'm getting drowned out because this music in this game is crazy loud. There we go. Hopefully that's a little better. We shall see. And now I might have me some coffee. Alright. Now yeah, you can have the map completely open, so you can technically skip this map, although having tested it a few different ways, the rule set that I've kind of settled on is that same 5 and 5 to start, randomized everything, and then with basically randomized everything with a chance of equipment at shops, and By the way, I should point out, this doesn't run into the same problem that you see from some Pokemon randomizers and stuff like that. When you see a item for sale, it actually has its proper value. I don't know why they never seem to fix those. They always seem to just replace the slots. For these ones, like, if you want a friggin' crown or something like that at the store, they're like 60k or some crap. It's, oh crap, no, 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 we're not doing this. No, do not repeat that. Sorry, I'm hitting the wrong button because I actually switched it to the PS1 control scheme for the most part, and apparently I didn't for the menu options. But for whatever reason, yeah, it's funny, they switched Y and R for the menu stuff when they switched the port. It's strange. I guess it's kind of closer to the ones that they ended up using for Lux, so that's probably why they went with that for the PS1 version. Alright. Alright, random, please go ahead and pick up your dude. Wait, I just noticed, is their leader a frickin' vampire? Please tell me that's the case, that would be hilarious. And I'm gonna go with all card effects. Whatever happens, happens. That is the point of randomizer. Mash buttons! Okay, cancel. Alright. No, they are Lord. Okay, I'm just being weird. Admittedly, sleep has been weird for a little while now. Such things will happen with a newborn on the way. Let's go see if this temple's got anything for us. There actually is a mode on there that you can force every single temple or town to have an item drop. Or rather, force every temple to have an item drop. It's, I guess it's a good way to potentially speed runs up, but I personally prefer to miss some stuff than have it absolutely everywhere. A card, sure. What do we got? Temperance? Deal. Alright. Found the Sigmund. Okay. That'll work. Oh goodness, no. Go away, random advisor. Alright, let's see what your deal is. Alright, so wizards are definitely trash. Fighters are not so good. Fighters are better. Well, I guess knights are more versatile, but yeah, fighters are definitely going to be the premier frontline so far. You basically got paladins. Now, where is my dang equip button again? It hasn't been a while since I played this. I don't know what you're talking about. Alright, let's put the segment on you. Wait, no, wrong unit. Let's put it on you, I guess. And we're going to save a little bit of money by having you go ahead and move to the front. Just do the winning. There's really... It's kind of a funny trap that they let you get lands here. Like, even... Pretty much under any circumstances, they're like, yeah, no, it's a totally good idea to go get lands. Just go send him out. Just waste your money using him for one fight. Alright, so let's just watch Mr. Warren get steamrolled. Tornado. I wonder what other moves the Lord can potentially get in this one. Because I'd love to see cases where, you know, they get completely swapped out with their different abilities, because it looked like they had some kind of poison move in the front row, for whatever reason. But yeah, double Phantoms is already pretty busted. There's really no reason to worry about that one. Double Light would definitely be a bit more busted, but hey. Congratulations! Alright. Yeah, this is it's a very slow result screen. Thank you, result screen. Although they definitely appreciated pacing with this one, for sure. Alright. Let's take a look at the squad we got rolling here. Alright, Warren is awful. These guys are pretty standard hellhounds. What about you? We got a Valkyrie named Wink. Okay. Bolt and fire. Oh, wow. These, they're individually randomized, too. Nice. Okay, what's... Oh, because he's a wyvern, he's a worm. Okay, so worms are better than wyverns in this one. Not stat-wise, whatever. What do we got here? It's the Karma Master. Okay, Karama, but whatever. 2 and 2, whatever, you're fine there. Punch, punch. This is the most generic party in the world right here. I kind of wish they were individually randomized. I'd really, really love to see that. Alright, so Ninja Masters are kind of trash. Let's change your formation a bit. I feel like we need to change all of these formations. What else we got going on? Demon. Wow. Demon's rolled some friggin' moves here. Yeah, Triple Nightmares, Ramsey the Master Ninja. You know what? Forget optimizing these parties. We're leaving them as they are. That's the deal here. We can change their formation individually, but we're not changing anything else. Alright, Guinness and Edwin. Yeah, they're... Wow. This party is rocking it. Holy crap. Alright. Yeah, what's their name? Because we got a... Dame. Dame, look at those numbers. Alright. Chips the Mage is awful. More Masters. Shamans. Weird team you got there, but whatever. Cherubims are a bit iffy, but Halos and Banish are pretty solid. Ravenman Inferno. Right, yeah, we definitely got to change their formation around. And then what randos have we got here? Got a werewolf. Got a black dragon. The pizza skeleton. Cherubim, a pony pixie with triple slaps. Well, we know they're going in the front. And all that stuff. Okay, whatever. Let's, Well, first of all, Pizza Skeleton gets his own squad. Yeah, he's up in the front. Yeah, having undead leaders is so busted. Alright, Acid Dragon in the back. Yeah, Triple Slap Fairy definitely in front. What else? Word we can't say Fairy, or unit over here, registered unit. And then the rest become their own squad. Werewolf gets his own team, he's just gonna be a front guy. Holy crap, 4? Jesus, dude. I suppose if we're... Yeah, let's do... Ford the Flying Eagle Man and... Megara the Wyvern. That'll work, and then we'll add the rest as their own team. And we're not going to bother with formations, we're just going to roll with this. Alright, Banish, you go in the back, and then you get Fire in the back, so that'll do. It's not optimal, it's hilarious. Let's do this. So yeah, we're going to just roll with this as much as possible. If we get a game over, that's just going to be the end of it. Otherwise, yeah, we're going to try to beat the game using this bizarre bullcrap. Alright, let's get some lands action going on over here. Want him getting some proper teams going. Let's see, who is that really good one? Wink is that really weird one. We're going to send you to go deal with Magic Town over here. We got Dame with all of them stats. I think you're going to be our main frontline push here. We'll go ahead and have you move this way. Fairly certain with that party comp, they'll be able to hold out pretty darn well. Pizza Skeleton is going to be following up the rear there. Functionally Immortal. I feel like they're probably going to want to help over here. I want them taking this island. Lands is going to be on defense. Warren and his generic disappointment squad are just going to head up this way. I think we're going to say no revives on this as well, just for maximum hilarity. Alright, Alright, you're going to go ahead and assist with the frontline push. Go get some items over here. And who else can we still deploy? Yeah, these deploy costs are going to be a real hurt here. You can adjust deploy costs, by the way. I just left them at their original values because this is kind of amazing. We basically have to be able to speedrun maps in order to be able to afford to even deploy these armies here. Alright. We'll put you here. We'll keep the option to maybe have one more in reserve. Alright. And we'll go ahead and get you over probably this way to go deal with any frontline incursions. And off we go. Got a trade city. So normally I like to leave somebody on that trade city. Card, we got a strength card, beautiful. Yes, you can buy items. Let's see what we can buy. Dragon Spear. Alright, what do you gotta say about that? Strength +7, well that's whatever. We're up into any free town or temple. That's all well and good. Yeah, I think we'll get the spear. And we'll get a pair of boots. We can't do that. Now clearly, what we actually want to do here is we want to equip the pizza skeleton, because I want this guy to be showing off. I want him to be good. So Pizza Skeleton gets that upgrade right now. Yeah, these the older Ogre Battle games are just so good as far as making zombie units feel good. I think skeletons in this one and First Tactics Ogre are just on point with how good they feel. Because they feel just busted enough, but then they're just weak enough too. That they're just sort of a fun meme character, you know? Yes, please do not repeat any of this. Randomizer mod, we gotta talk about removing this text, please. Anything that has a "shall I repeat that" dialogue box just needs to get nuked, please. Alright, well, we've fairly conquered most of the area now. Alright, what do we got here? Emperor. Definitely gotta do Deneb's castle and spare her and get her squad after this. Liberation. I love how fortune is an unlucky card. You got luck. Enjoy your bad luck. You found item. You found black sword. Neat. No. Go away, text. I know there's a ton of lore and story and whatever else. I'm here to watch the pieces mash against each other, dang it. If I was here for story, I'd be asking you about the story. I mean, I shouldn't say anything yet, but this team looks awful. Oh, by the way, the palette swaps are also random. So you get some pretty cool looking teams. I don't know how random they are, but yeah, they look pretty alright. Now, all classes, as far as their general functions, aside from number of attacks, are normal, by the way. So, just to have that out there. There are a ton of randomization options, like I said. It's just something to bear in mind. Hopefully this guy does not get 3 attacks in the front row. No, they did alright. Alright, so they should be able to just hold in their town. They're fairly generic, but it's fine. Alright, you're going to go over here. You are going to actually swap with these guys. I got some sword masters and samurai and crap over there. Gonna have to deal with all that nonsense. Alright, give me that treasure. What do we got? Ice charm. I don't think we have anyone that's using ice right now, but good to know. Alright, Dame, look at those stats. Ended up running into somebody. Oh, jeez. There's a weird friggin' looking team right there. I think for the next one, maybe I just won't randomize the number of attacks. Like, it's a fun mechanic. But it will inevitably lead to a weird, weird meta of certain classes. Though I guess if we can't technically change people's classes for the run, you know, it just ends up being funky and weird. Which is pretty much ideal. I don't know, you guys let me know what you think is more fun to watch anyway. I'm just going to use a priestess here. I think this is the one that heals, right? The 50 heal. There we go. Because they're about to run into several more fights, so we might as well heal them up now before anything gets too serious. I mean, it's weird because this is already the most random game in the series. There almost wasn't a need for a randomizer. I mean, it practically had its own built-in randomizer. Actually, that's probably how this was even possible. Because the items, I say that they were randomized. The items were always random. They just had certain rules attached to them. The mod, loosened those rules. Okay, I want to think of it. These guys look like werewolves, not soldiers. What do these do again? I think strength is the defense one. Let's just put that up. Want them to get at least a few level ups early on. See, there was a question earlier over how to handle level up, like random levels and things like that. And simply put, there was a system that was just recently used for Crystal Clear, in which they had actually gone and, well, pretty much level capped the entire game based on how many badges you had. So if this were to somehow be sanity checked in a way where everybody permanently just scales to your level, but you ended up, you know, kind of capping it based on how many, capping your own guys' levels, based on how many maps were completed. I know on a technical level that's probably impossible to accomplish, but at least something similar, I'm sure, must have some option somewhere. Alright, hang on. Quick thing. Yeah, Pizza Skeleton is one slow boy over there. I'm not sure if... Yeah, we're gonna hold off on moving them, actually. Let's go ahead and get our opinion leader moving forward, probably around hereabouts, maybe? Let's try to deal with any stragglers along the way. Oh, another fun thing, by the way. Apparently, this... so, I love reading through the development notes for the mod because there's some pretty interesting stuff in there. And one of them was that apparently a lot of this game was actually written in a way that was supposed to be used on the NES, not the SNES. Now, I don't know if that means that this one was in development before the SNES was really coming out everywhere or not. But apparently they also had written a lot of more advanced AI for it as well, but they couldn't actually use most of it. So when the AI was improved for the PS1 version, apparently it was just using stuff that was already there. It's just that it had to be scaled down for memory limitations. So just thought that was really cool. But anywho, back to watching ninjas and imps and dragons and dudes slap aside some pumpkins for ages, apparently. And he self-destructed in order to do a little bit of damage. What a shame for him. And I'm sure they've got plenty of attacks to finish this off. Like, this team has a stupid number of attacks right now. And I say look at those stats, but it's really more just a look at that number of attacks right there. And a strength up. And you're going to try to tell me that I'm not going to put that on Pizza Skeleton? That's just wrong. we got a paladin and a giant right off the bat. By the way, for anyone that's looking for... like, this is clearly like a meme mod kind of thing, but if anyone's looking for a proper ridiculous hard mode, there actually is you know, hard type still. Uh-oh, one sec. Seems simple enough. See, the one downside of a run like this is just... okay, Ogre Battle is one of those games that's like really fun to just kind of zone out and play. Like, it's one of those ones that it's really easy to just kind of pull out at the end of the day and be like, you know what, here's a vague plan for what we're doing here, and then you just sort of do it. But when it comes to stuff like this, I almost wonder if you're supposed to play it on fast forward just for the hell of it. Actually, what is my fast forward button, now that I think about it? It's like space or something? Was it backspace? No. Could have sworn there was some fast forward button or something on this emulator. Oh well, we'll figure that all out next time. We're almost done with this map, and I mean, I'm pretty much out of time. Unfortunately, there wasn't too much time to do one of these, but I wanted to, you know, at least start off with this one. This is, yeah, strong characters front, smart characters back. Suppose that about sums things up. Oh no, oh no, I hit the wrong button. I keep mixing up A and B because of circle and X. Dang it, why am I messing with so many different controls here? It's a terrible idea. Alright. Random another dude, because apparently they retreated straight into them. I'm actually not even sure how I ended up pausing. I think it's like if you mash circle or B or whatever else while you're on that menu, you end up getting paused. Yeah, they have no idea how screwed they are. Although apparently they've got Dragon Masters with ice powers, so that's a thing. Always good to know. I really hope that the attack types are randomized. That'd be fun. Maybe they're not getting as steamrolled as I was hoping for here. Alright, Ice Field, fine. Phantom, anytime? Anytime. Feel free. There we go. Gonna say, it's about time to do the Ghastly thing. A little bit overdue on that. I mean, they're definitely winning it. There's no question about that. They've just got too many attacks to fail at this point, but man, they are not the fastest team by any means. Which is always kind of the downside, you know? I feel like many folks, myself included, that tend to go through these games always tend to be like, oh man, we need the big hits and everything else. Honestly, agility is far better of a thing than it oftentimes gets credit for. But oh well. Alright, these guys are going to go ahead and pile on here. These guys over here are apparently just going to sit and heal for a while, because wow, they got more than a little bit damaged. Randomness cuts both ways after all. One of these days we're going to run into the, you know, triple attack, 5 Lich squad. It's inevitable. But, you know, what can you do? Actually, no, like 4 Liches, or no, like 3 Liches and 2 Princesses or something. Just give it time, give it time. We'll get there. Stuff is gonna get crazy. As Pizza Skeleton over there still has not even encountered his first fight because he's so dang slow. Man, this looks just plain weird. I don't know what it is about the pink angels and the Raven Men here that just looks really suspicious. Not suspicious as much as this looks like some convention type nonsense right now. Got the 2 Naruto weirdos in the background. You got somebody dressed up as some angel thing no one's ever heard of. I mean, I assume that's how those things work. I've never actually gone to one. Doesn't look like a place I'd like to attend, to be completely honest. But oh well. Man. It's funny, So I ended up getting knocked into quarantine and everything else in the middle of a bunch of stuff, and ended up missing my second shot for the whole thing. And they just send you daily reminders like, you better get in there for that second shot. We're not putting up with your crap. You get in there. You get completely vaccinated. Come on. You know you want to. And it's true. I do want to. Apparently that thing works pretty darn well, I gotta say. Because I just had the first one. I was literally in the same room for most of the time as my wife that ended up catching it, and, you know, was there for 10 days and apparently never got it. So, you know, clearly must work. But, anywho. Alright, come on, finish steamrolling here. I want to see what this boss looks like. I want to see if the bosses are randomized. Oh, geez, this unfortunate team is back again. Alright, I think these guys need some card help here. Death. Death. Nice healing you did there. Would be a shame if it disappeared. Schwink. And he's gone. Glad that he healed. Alright, now for them to completely fail at taking this guy out. Alright, apparently the Raven Men are actually really solid right now, which I suppose makes sense. They are a 3 evolution there. Actually, yeah, no, they got this. They got this. They're alright. They're making some moves. That angel's never going to be useful. But whatever, that's fine. It's more fun if we just leave them in their respective spots. Somebody may suck permanently. but that just makes it funnier, to be honest. Do we have any healing cards by chance? I don't think so. I forget if Emperor is the full heal or the defense up, or no, that's the one that gives you extra moves. Alright, cool. So if the useless angel gets knocked out, then it'll be like that. Then they'll just get more attacks to do. By the way, that sound right there, I wonder... Okay, might be wrong on this, but I think it's actually the same sound effect that they use in Twisted Metal 1 and 2 for the, like, rando people that just show up on the street. Like, if some random stray bullet or missile or something hits somebody on the street, they do, like, this whole bloody death explosion along with what sounds like a more high-definition version of that sound. So I wonder if they happen to use the same sound effect and just kind of crumpled it up for this one. Just a bit of a thought. I appreciate how they have all these different types of moves depending on what they're fighting. Like the ninjas, technically speaking, have access to fire. I think they have fire, dark, and water or something like that. Oh, also another thing before I forget, I know that I'm not done with the you know, what's in the Tactics Ogre guide thing. I'll do that at some point. There's been way too much going on to finish that one up lately. But don't worry, we'll get to more of that. There's definitely more stuff in that book. And if for some... You know what? If for some reason there's interest in it, if there's enough interest, I'll just go ahead and read the entire dang thing. Like, just word for word, the entire frickin' book. We'll see. Then we'll just make it a several hour-long stream or something. That would have to be a several day-long stream for that. Okay, it would probably be a video because of time reasons, and I would have to keep chopping it up and just make an audio... Yeah, you know what? That's the thing. If there's enough interest in that, I'll just make an audiobook of the Tactics Ogre guide. Let's just do that. What a terrible idea. We should do it. I feel like that needs a qualifier of some sort. How dare you rebel? Bell before it's light. Okay. Yeah, he forces you to fight anyway. At least they tell you, you know, that there's a... Well, there's a yes and no system here. Alright, Devil is just a basic attack. I forget what Fortune does. I think Hierophant is protection from debuffs. Hangman, I think, is defense up, which might be useful here. I think we'll do Hangman and Devil. We already know the wizards suck. I don't know if theirs are also randomized in the same way. Or actually, no, it's their defense down, not our defense up. Whatever. Okay, we'll just leave it as is, then. Although, if we're going to miss attacks, fine. Or no, we'll use Tower, because Tower is honestly not very useful most of the time. Whew, that animation looks so much worse than the PS1 version. Just gotta say. Yeah, the PS1 version's animations are fantastic. Well, except for the Nightmare one. Though I do appreciate the effort on these ones. You can tell they did the best they could with what they had. I mean, really, both of the SNES Ogre games are like that. You can really, really tell they went above and beyond. I mean, they really, 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 really gave it their all on pretty much every one of these games. Except for Prince of Zenobia, but, you know. No one played Prince of Zenobia, so no one will ever know. So it's fine. Alright. Jargemont. Not the right one now that I think about it. But whatever, that'll do the job. That's the nice holy nuke, and then you use the sun nuke if you feel like rolling the dice, I guess. Oh, I should probably check if his stats changed for werewolf mode, or if he's permanently stuck as a werewolf. Because, yeah, werewolves, were-tigers, all that kind of thing. I think they might be stuck in their main form. Hang on, let me see. Is he still 2 whatever? I can't tell. Where's... Okay, this one... Can I... Come on, menus! I know it's been a minute. Just give me a sec. You never need to check your status on the screen normally. Alright, where am werewolf? There you are. Okay, Teddy the Werewolf, what is your deal? Yeah, still 2 smash, 1 smash. He might actually be permanently stuck in that form, because I haven't seen him transform at all. I'd be okay with this change. Yeah, I think if there was some way to smooth out all of the random delays, I would definitely run a whole lot more Ogre Battle. Because normally... So, March of the Black Queen normally is my... kind of like, at the end of the day when you're feeling like just zoning out and just playing something, it's really, really good for that. Because you just set up a team, you set up some vague goals. I was covering this earlier, but, you know, you just kind of go in a general direction. You know, you can sort of do the whole bigger picture type of situation. And you just watch the pretty animations play out while watching some YouTube videos or something. Also, you can pick up that guy's sword in later games. You know, if I'd gotten the army of were-tigers or something like that, I'm sure there must be some seed for an army of were-tigers. Would absolutely be playing Army of Tigers in the background. Because apparently you can actually play that without getting a copyright strike, so that's nice. Or at least without anything too severe happening. Huh. This team is awful. For that Silver Dragon having 4 attacks, he's not terribly accurate, is he? Alright, why don't you try that again, sir? Let's just go ahead and use that cure on him. Why is that so dang slow? Alright, equip item. Alright, is that usable for a Silver Dragon? Is that what Silver Dragons do? I think it just boosts Ice Affinity. I don't know, but... let's see, Black Sword... who do we have left to send up here? Pretty much everybody. It seems like Dame can finally get their day. We got one party down over there. We can probably send these guys up. We got wyverns and dragons and things, so they should be pretty darn fast. Pizza Skeleton will unfortunately never seemingly get anywhere, but oh well. It is how it is. Man, I can't wait to see what else kind of stuff ends up coming out of this, because, truth be told, no matter how many times I've been through March of the Black Queen, I've never gotten the bow and actually gone back for Deneb. I don't know why, I just never do. It's just one of those things, like, I just don't feel like it. I don't know. Like, I know what her team is, I just never really go back to go pick them up. Alright. Werewolf somehow missed. I don't know why the werewolf uses a hammer. I think it's just for the sake of it looks funny. Though, yeah, giving some extra attack to that dragon seemed like a pretty good call. Man, I will say, watching an Ogre Battle speedrun's pretty fantastic, though. It's really good fun. There's so many mechanics under the surface. It's kind of mind-blowing. Like, every card scales off different stuff. Every type of land has all kinds of different effects going on. There's so much stuff. And I'd love to be able to figure that out at some point. But yeah, Lucht and KOL are the ones that I've mostly done. So, you know, we'll do as we'll do. We really have to find some agility booster for that dragon. Like, I improved his attack a little bit, but there's not too much I can do for him right now. For what it's worth, these guys can't really lose. They've got so many attacks that, you know, they're kind of just steamrolling things, which is pretty great. I know one of these times we're going to roll one of these randomizers and we're just going to get an entire team that's just like 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Alright. I'll give these guys whatever the hell a Temperance does again. They're a Rising again, okay. They've taken the blue card. Good to know. Just good for them on that one. It's fine, Werewolf. You just continue disappointing. Alright, probably go ahead and have them go for leader. Because with that many attacks, if they go for leader pretty much all the time, they're gonna eventually do leader plus steamroll for the most part. Not to mention they're not really gonna get another shot at this, so they might as well. Come on, Blind Dragon. Come on, Blind Dragon. There you go, that's a good Blind Dragon. Yeah, everything about this randomizer is just perfect meme material. Got pizza skeletons and blind dragons and weird-looking werewolves and some kind of anime angels. Weird stuff, man. Weird stuff. Alright, so that'll be that for this time. I gotta make sure that, you know, all these settings and everything else aren't looking like complete crap before next time. We've actually managed to lose money on that one. So, yeah, we've kind of gone into the red. We probably won't be able to deploy all those same teams next time. A little rough, but that's okay. That's okay. Like I said before, we'll just keep rolling these things as kind of a... Oh my goodness, this... Jeez, dude. These guys cost almost 10k to deploy, no wonder. Yeah, this is awesome. This is just plain awesome. But alright, I'll see you guys in the next one, and see you then. Take care.